The traditional sari or Indian attire for women was worn from as far back as 2800 BC. The sari has since evolved into more modern designs and varied textiles. The colorful and dynamic Indian attire is now used not only in India but also all over the world.
Tightly wrapped around the chest and gone over your right shoulder. And of course, I am wearing a different kind of a sari which is called a Nauwari Maharashtrian sari. It's 9 weaves of the saris available in India and we'd like to display some right now.
Women donning their beautiful saris graced the sari exhibit and demonstration hosted by Ziki Ralte, wife of the Indian ambassador to the Philippines, Laldutlana Ralte.
I have been to many different places, different countries because of my husband's job. We've been posted many places. And everywhere I go, whenever people see me in saris, they always ask me, how do you drape a 6-yard sari and still look neat and not messy? So so every posting that we have, I try to have this to show to my friends, that to showcase and demonstrate how easy and well a 6 yards piece of cloth can be tied and worn.
The Indian sari is widely regarded as a symbol of grace in South Asian cultures.
A sari can be of different styles and different weave. It can be silk, it can be cotton, it can be silk cotton mix, it can be woolen. So depending on what season, what place, what occasion you're wearing, we have a versatile, very different types of saris.
The sari is more than 5,000 years old. It has survived the centuries because it is mainly worn by 75% of rural India.
Well, the sari originated in the Indus Valley civilization, and it was like a dhoti. It was a drape that men and women wore equally, but it evolved and then it became the form that we see today. So it's a very old tradition of wearing a sari, and it was called a sati earlier.
It is very versatile because it may be worn as a long gown, a convenient skirt, or even as shorts and trousers without having to stitch the cloth.
You were saying a while ago that you can actually go horseback riding wearing the sari.
Yes. So this sari has been, actually it has evolved in such a way that women could go to war, because we had a lot of women going to war in the state that I belong to, Maharashtra. So there is a little string that comes under it and makes it fit like a pair of pants.
Yeah. So how come it doesn't fall off?
We have a nice knotted thing at the side. The sari is knotted tight, so it doesn't fall off. It's the way pants wouldn't fall off because they have a right size.
There are 80 different ways to wear the sari. The styles and manner they are worn depend on the region in India.
We have everything literally from the north of the country to the very south. So we have the Banarsi saris, which are beautifully woven gold thread saris. And then we have the Kanjivarams, which is actually gold dipped thread. So it's very expensive, one of the most expensive saris in India. And then we have stories that are depicted on a pallu. So this is the pallu. So like my pallu has peacocks, which is a very traditional motif. Then you do have stories of the Ramayana, the Mahabharata. Those are our mythological stories that we have. We even have temple structures made on it. So we draw inspirations from literally everything around us, right from plants, animals, and the daily life that we lead.
Oh, the sari has evolved these days into different designs now. A sari that was worn by our grandmother, the grandmother often is passed on to the children and the grandchildren. The older, the better it looks, actually. That's how good the quality of silk. And also, these days it evolves into modern. Now we have a lot of nets, lace, and different modern. They use Swarovski to make it look beautiful.
So these are the different saris worn by Indian women. As you can see, they have various designs and textiles. But this kind is the one that's really expensive because it's very intricate. It's hand woven. And as you can see, each of the saris have their own stories to tell. Like this one has its particular story about flowers and peacocks. And there are also saris with rhinestones, golden rhinestones. And this one has a story about elephants and birds and many other traditional characters. And they also come in various colors and various designs. One will need a petticoat to wear a sari, as seen in this demonstration. Yes.
This is why it stays safe and secure and doesn't really fall off because we do have it tucked in very good.
So it doesn't matter how long it is because you can adjust.
Can I get it over?
The end part of this is what you call the palu.
Palu, yes.
Palu, and that's what you usually drape over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder. And for different styles that you saw, we drape it differently.
Yeah.
But this is the most common practice of draping a pallu.
Yeah. And then you made the pleats already.
Yes. We use a safety pin.
You put safety. You put a safety pin.
Most of us manage without it as well.
And then you put that to complete the attire.
Okay, this is going to take a little bit of time because I will leave my finger. Now you're looking
Okay, yeah, it fits the collar. So I'm wearing a traditional sari right now, which they just put on me. And it's very light, very beautiful. And just make sure that the palu is draped over your shoulder. This is the part where there's a different color decoration usually. In the olden days, women did not wear a blouse inside the sari, but more modern women began wearing a crop top with the sari. A bindi, or that round ornament placed on the forehead, completes the attire. Some Indian women even add a nose ring and other body jewelry.
This is called the bindi, and we try and match it to our saris. Or this is a very typical Maharashtrian style bindi, which I'm wearing because of the outfit that I'm wearing today. But you have round dots, or we even use paint to paint on a bindi. But it's very intricate and it matches your sari. We do designs or we do colors.
Is there a special meaning to, putting something there?
Not really. It's mostly a tradition, but the only time you don't wear a bindi is when you lose your husband.
Today, as in the ancient days, saris continue to be worn during parties, weddings, and other big celebrations. It also reigns supreme during rituals and dances when this utilitarian but beautiful attire is invariably flaunted.